to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Cheri. I post new videos every week, and right now I'm posting a ton of Disney planning videos, so if you're planning a trip to Disney, be sure to subscribe. Today we're talking about the Disney dining plan and the Disney dining plans. There are 4 Disney dining plans, and a new one was released earlier this year in 2020, and so I thought it would be a great opportunity to share everything you need to know about the dining plans, how much they are, what you get for them, and if they're a good value. I feel like the dining plans are a little bit polarizing, and there's 2 different camps of people. There's the people who love the Disney dining plans. They get them like on every trip that they take. They think it's a great value and they just love them. Or there's the other camp of people who don't get them. They think that they don't get their value out of them, that it's a waste of money. They don't like the restrictions. So let's start by just talking about the 4 different dining plans. So the first dining plan is the quick service dining plan, and with that you get 2 quick service credits, 2 snack credits per night of your stay, and a refillable resort mug. This is just one of them. I don't know if this one is even still available. I can't remember when we got this. I have a bunch of them. And with the resort mug, or with the mug, you can refill it, but you can only refill it at the resorts. This is not refillable in the parks. I know some other theme parks have like a refillable mug in the parks, but not Disney. But you can go to all of the resorts, have refill stations, different places. Sometimes they're at the pool, sometimes they're at the quick service restaurants, sometimes they're both, you just have to see. But you can refill your drink with like iced tea, coffee, hot tea, sodas, there's some juices, bunch of different options, and you can refill it as much as you want for 14 days. So the mugs are good for 14 days. And the mugs you get with every one of the dining plans. So the quick service dining plan is $55 per night for adults and $26 per night for children ages 3 to 9. And if your children are under 3 years of age, they do not have to pay for the dining plan. So the second dining plan is the regular dining plan, and this one I think is probably most popular. And with this dining plan you get 1 table service credit, 1 quick service credit, and 2 snacks per night of your stay, and the refillable mug. This dining plan is $78 per adult and $30.50 for children 3 to 9. So the third dining plan that Disney just came out with is called the Disney Dining Plan Plus, and this is kind of a hybrid of the quick service plan and the regular dining plan. So for this plan you get 2 credits that can either be used at a quick service restaurant or a table service restaurant. So you could eat at 2 table service restaurants in a day or 2 quick service restaurants in a day, and you get 2 snacks per night, and you get the refillable mug. This dining plan is $95 per adult per night and $35 per child ages 3 to 9 per night. And then the 4th Disney dining plan is the deluxe dining plan, and that includes 3 credits that can either be used at a table service restaurant or a quick service restaurant, 2 snacks, and the refillable resort mug. This dining plan is $119 per adult per night and $47.50 for each child per night ages 3 to 9. So in my opinion, the key to using the dining plan is planning. And part of that planning, I think the biggest part of the planning, is understanding how much each one of those credits is worth. Because in order to really get the most of the dining plan, regardless of which one you're on, you need to know how much that credit is worth so that you get the most out of those credits to make it worth your money and not leave any money on the table. So a quick service credit is worth between like $19 and $21. A table service credit is worth between $42 and $45, and a snack credit is worth $5. Okay, so let's go over what each credit gets you. So a quick service credit is good at any quick service restaurant, which is gonna be like a fast food restaurant, fast casual, like a counter service, something where you get up and order and you get your food and then go have a seat. The only exception to that is going to be Our Guest. for breakfast or lunch. It does require a reservation. It is the only quick service restaurant that does require a reservation, and you order and then go to your seat and then they bring it to you. But that is the exception. All the rest are like a fast food restaurant. So a quick service credit includes a entree and a drink, and the drink can be like a soda, a fountain drink, milk, or any specialty drinks that they may have, like a smoothie. And if the quick service restaurant does serve alcohol, your quick service credit includes an alcoholic beverage if you are 21 years or older. So a table service credit is good for a buffet, or if you're at a restaurant, it includes a entree, a drink, or a dessert. And the drink can be like a smoothie, any specialty kind of drink that they have, or a cocktail if you're 21 or over. Something to note about the table service credits is your tip is not included. So the only exception to that is at the dinner shows or Cinderella's royal table, but otherwise you do have to leave gratuity or a tip. It is not included with the dining plan. Sometimes you, and then a snack. A lot of times you can find a snack at a quick service restaurant. It'll have like that little DDP logo next to it, and so that, you know, is good for one snack credit. Snack credits can be used at like the carts, like for popcorn or pretzels, stuff like that. At the merchandise stores, you can use them there. You can use them also for like bottled water and soda. That is not a very good use of your snack credit. I think sodas right now, like the bottles of Coke or the bottles of water, I think, are they $3.50 right now? Maybe they're $4. I think they're $3.50. So if that credit is worth $5, it's not a very good use of your snack credit. But there are a variety of places that you can use those snack credits, so look for that little Disney Dining Plan logo. It does take some planning because the best use of those table service credits is always going to be the character dining. So a lot of times, or almost all the time, they are $42 or more. There's a lot of them that are in the $50 range. And so you are getting really good value for your dining plan, but that does take planning because you'll want to make sure that you have the dining reservations to go to those character meals. So if you're planning on doing a lot of character meals and potentially doing a character meal every single day of your trip, the dining plan might be great for you. The biggest takeaway here is to understand how much those credits are worth, and then make sure whatever it is that you are eating is worth as much as those credits are worth or more. Now, I get a lot of questions about the actual credits. So the credits are pooled, and so what will happen is that if you, let's just say your trip is 7 days long and 6 nights. Now, you must purchase the dining plan for the entire length of your hotel reservation. You must be staying on site, and you must purchase it for that entire length of stay. You can't just get it for like 1 or 2 nights. And so what will happen is if you are there for 6 nights, and let's say that you did the regular dining plan where you get the 1 quick service credit, the 1 table service credit, and the 2 snacks, and there are 2 people in your room, you will get all of those credits at once. So 6 nights and there's 2 people. So you'll have 12 quick service credits, 12 table service credits, and 24 snack credits. Those credits will be loaded into your My Disney Experience account. You'll be able to use your Magic Band to redeem them at the beginning of your stay, so the day that you check in, and they will expire at midnight on the day you check out. Now, you can use those credits any way you want. So say one day you want to have like 2 table service meals, the next day you want to just have maybe a quick service meal and like 5 snacks. You can use them any way that you want. Also new this year is quick service credits for children are separated into children quick service credits and adult quick service credits. That wasn't always the case, but it is now. So it is very easy to redeem and keep track of your credits. Anytime you are at a snack cart or a quick service restaurant, a table service restaurant, a lot of times the cast member is going to ask you if you are on the dining plan. If not, just be sure to tell them, and then you will tap your Magic Band and the credits for whatever you purchased will come off of your account. At the bottom of that receipt, it's going to tell you how many table service, quick service, snack credits, whatever credits that you have are still available. You can also check your credits on your app, My Disney Experience. If you go to it says like My Reservation, you will see a section that says dining plan, and you can check the status of your credits right there. Now, if you plan accordingly, you should not have to pay out of pocket for any of your meals when you're on the dining plan, but that's where it goes back to planning is key. Okay, so some tips on the dining plan. Always go for the most expensive item on the menu. That is always going to give you the greatest value for your dining plan. Also know that you can always share items. So a lot of times the meals at Disney World, they're huge meals. A lot of times we'll get, if we're on the dining plan, we'll just get one like entree and then use a snack credit for a side, because a lot of times you can get like a side of french fries or something else with that snack credit, so it just helps your credits go a little bit further. So snack credits, I think, are one of the most versatile things on the dining plan, and I think a lot of times you get the most value for things because a lot of snacks are over $5. I can think of quite a few things that are like in the $6, $7, even $8 range. Especially cupcakes are one that are always pretty expensive. My favorite is going to Starbucks. So at all 4 parks there is a Starbucks. It doesn't always like advertise as a Starbucks, like at Magic Kingdom, the Main Street Bakery is really a Starbucks. But it is a Starbucks, and so you can get a drink, and if you get like a, I don't know, I'm trying to think of what the most expensive coffee at Starbucks is. Maybe like a venti frappuccino, like with an extra shot of espresso or something, that is a snack credit, and that drink is probably like $8. So it's definitely a great value for that snack credit. We especially like to get the Disney dining plan when there is a festival, specifically the Food and Wine Festival. They have all the booths at Epcot, and I think most of the items there, the food items, maybe not all of them, maybe all of them, are a snack credit. And so a lot of those snacks are expensive. They are like in the $6, $7, $8 range again, and so it's a great value for your dining plan. And the biggest tip I can tell you is don't leave any credits on the table. Now, the table service credits you really can't do anything with if you didn't use them. Once again, goes back to planning is key. But snack credits, if you have extra snack credits, you can go to the gift shops at your resort, or like at the confectionery, or any place that sells like pre-packaged snacks. A lot of them are eligible for the snack credit. They're Disney Dining Plan eligible. And so if we have extra snack credits left over, I will often go and use the snack credits for Rice Krispie treats and be able to take a lot of them home. Prepackaged candies, bags of popcorn, that kind of stuff. You can use your snack credits for, and so it's a great souvenir to bring home. If you have quick service credits, you can use 1 quick service credit and you can convert it into 3 snack credits. So sometimes, like maybe your family's getting, I don't know, like maybe like 3 Dole Whips or something, you can actually use that quick service credit instead of using the snack credit. Also, at some locations, not all locations, if you're buying snacks, you can take those, like say Rice Krispie treats, you can get 3 Rice Krispie treats with your 1 snack credit. But do know that not all places will take the 3 to 1. I've been denied that, like at Animal Kingdom, at the gift shop. I was trying to do it there and they wouldn't do it. I had to do it back at my resort to do the 3 for 1, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. Okay, so will the dining plan work for you? I think that there are a few things to consider, and the things that we consider on every trip is how much are we going to eat? A lot of times we go and it's really, really hot. And when it's hot, you generally don't eat as much. And so when you have all of these credits, in order to get the value out of it, you should use the credits. It is not uncommon for us to have a character breakfast like at 10 o'clock and have just a really big meal and then not eat again all day. In the evening, like at 5, 6 o'clock, we may stop and go get a little something to snack on, but we're not eating 3 meals a day. We're not really even eating 2 meals a day. So in that aspect, it is a little bit hard. If you're a picky eater, it might not work for you. Generally speaking, if you are a vegetarian, if you're vegan, if you have a lot of dietary restrictions, the dining plan might not be great for you. A lot of times those vegetarian meals are just less expensive than if you're having like a steak or having a lot of seafood. They just are. So it's not a very good use of the dining plan because you're not getting your value out of it. Another problem that some people have with the dining plan is if you're not a planner, if you're more of a go with the flow kind of person, if you don't have advanced dining reservations, it doesn't make sense for you to get the dining plan. Of course, you can always use the quick service plan, and that might really be like the most flexible plan of them all. Because you don't need those advanced dining reservations, and so you can eat when you're hungry and there's not a lot of planning involved, pre-planning involved for your trip. Now, the new dining plan, in my opinion, is quite interesting because the price at $95 for adults per night is kind of expensive, and I understand why people like it, and I can understand the flexibility in it. If you're using the dining plan plus and you're using it for 2 table service credits per day, I could see where you're getting a value out of it. But if you're using it for many of the days of your trip with 2 quick service credits, you're paying a lot more than you would have paid out of pocket. So it doesn't really make sense in my opinion. Oftentimes when we personally do the dining plan, we do it when we do what's called a split stay. So it's not uncommon for us to stay, like if we're there for like 7 days, to stay at one resort for 3 or 4 nights and then another resort for 3 or 4 nights. I can make a whole nother video on why we do that and how we do that, but it's not uncommon for us to do that. And so a lot of times we'll do the dining plan on one portion of that stay, usually the front portion of it, really plan accordingly to maximize our dining credits. Plus then we get the refillable mug for the 14 days. So even on the second part of the trip where we don't have the dining plan, we are able to utilize the mug. So as you can see, there are a ton of pieces to the dining plan. Tell me in the comments below, do you use the dining plan? Which dining plan do you use? Do you like it or do you not like it? I would love to hear your guys' feedback. Hopefully this video explained to you a little bit more about the dining plan, how much it is, and some of the pros and cons to using it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love for you to subscribe if you have not already. I have new videos every week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!